Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Andrew Fillipponi in just a matter of moments, so give us a call on the Borders and Boards hotline. 412-575-2600 is the number. We got a lot to talk about tonight, all with the Steelers. We can maybe talk a little bit about the Penguins' loss last night. They have a rematch tomorrow in Philly, but all kind of shakeups on the south side. More to come. Pony, glad you could join me tonight over at the 93.7 The Fan Cam. Hey, and I'm really glad you and Ken made up. I love it. I love his introductions now.
Well, he's taking me under his wing. I mean, it's a brush with greatness. You got guys like Rice and Pompiani in your corner.
Sure.
You're destined for big things.
Yep.
It's kind of like Coach Randy. You know, he had Big Ben and he had Mike Tomlin for the longest time going to bat for him, and look at how far he got. Started in 2007, worked his way all the way up to offensive coordinator. Not too bad for a guy from Meadville who really didn't have many great coaching credentials before the Steelers hired him. And he got to call plays for Ben Roethlisberger, or maybe better said, he heard Ben Roethlisberger tell him what to do over the last couple of years. How much fun that must have been. What a thrill, right, Richie?
Yeah, so Fiegner's out. So is Tom Bradley, and so is Sean Surrett. I'm not surprised by Fiegner and Surrett. Bradley maybe a little bit, but, you know, did they do enough? I know we talked about this earlier. I expected a little bit more. I expected something on defense, too, maybe the defensive coordinator, who, according to Jerry Dulac, he's given a pass, and he's going to come back next year.
Well, Butler's given a pass because it's really Mike Tomlin's defense. If you want to fire somebody for the defense's failures, you fire Mike Tomlin. And anything after that is just for appearances. It's scapegoating. You know, I don't know if Tom Bradley did a great job. I don't think Terrell Edmonds is very good. I think he's a first-round bust. But then again, Mika Fitzpatrick came here and was way better than he was in Miami. Ended up looking like an all-pro. Made the all-pro team the last 2 years, Richie. So, you know, if we're talking about the Steelers' defense, let's call it like we see them. Mike Tomlin calls the plays. And when they struggle and don't get it done, he should be the guy that has to take ownership for it. Not Keith Butler. Keith Butler should get credit for working with those outside linebackers, Richie, because that's his real job.
Yeah, and, you know, lead the NFL in sacks again. So more moves could be coming here, not by the Steelers. Terrell Austin interviewed today in Tennessee, and Matt Canada could be leaving. And, you know, your tweet earlier today said it all. If Matt Canada interviews for the Miami offensive coordinator job, that means he's not going to get the offensive coordinator job here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you know why he's not going to get it, Richie?
Ben?
Because if Ben Roethlisberger's back, do you think Ben wants to run?
Why should you hire an offensive coordinator for a guy that only might be back for 1 year, right? This should be a long-term thing, don't you think?
Yes, it should be. But if Ben Roethlisberger's back next year, what do? You bring in a guy that just takes orders from Ben or gets bossed around by Ben or really has no power at all? I mean, that's the way it probably will look. I mean, you know what I want to do here? Well, I love what Ben has done for the Steelers and what he's meant to this organization, but it's over, okay? $41 million cap hit. He's got very little left. He's not a franchise quarterback anymore. Everything's in the past. It's history. It's a great history. It's a Hall of Fame history. But what you did in the past doesn't dictate what you're going to do in the future. He's got very little left, if anything, and he's expensive. Go in a different direction. Randy Fichtner getting fired today tells me, hey, maybe there's a chance Ben won't be back. If Fichtner was retained, then I would say 100% Roethlisberger is going to be the quarterback next year, Richie. But now there's that slimmest of possibilities that they go with Mason Rudolph or somebody else, and that's what I'm hoping for.
All right, I want to discuss this more after the break, but we have to take a break right now. So get on the phone lines. 412-575-2600 is the number. Back with Pony in a couple minutes.
Sports.